folks, I'm here at Three Bells Outfitters in Connecticut with Ted, and you got a pretty cool rig you've been working on for a customer. Tell me about this. It's a Revolution 16 with a Torqeedo.
Yep, Hobie Revolution 16. We got the Ultralight 403 on here. So this customer, he wanted originally to go with the arm mount that Torqeedo used to make, but since they're no longer available, we decided to make him a whole custom setup. So we built a custom plate for him to mount the mounting bracket on, and then we ran the steering lines from the actual Hobie steering handle all the way through to our steering triangle on the 403. So that way now when he steers from the front of the kayak, it's going to control the motor in the back. And because we were mounting the motor where it is, he was going to have to lose his rudder. So what we did was we built this snub nose or bull nose rudder on the back of the motor, so he can still use it with his pedal drive. And if he's not going to use the motor at any given time, or should the motor run out of battery, he'll still be able to operate the kayak.
Wow, wild. I tell you what I really love about this is a customer that understands that, yeah, you can motorize a kayak, but you're limited by the hull. This is a hull that is just built for speed, and you've added a lot of power to it. So
Definitely.
I'm curious. I want to hop on it. Can I try it?
Definitely.
Cool. All right, here goes the rocket ship. Is the fastest I've gone with the Ultralight 403. I am 5.8. The next quickest one that I've done is with the Wilderness Systems Attack 140 hit 5.7, but that's a new record top speed with the 403. I will say that the steering is responsive at lower speeds. But really, once you get going, the hand control is, you're not overpowering even that 1 horsepower. Let me show you the steering at lower speeds. You definitely don't want to goose it when you have this thing turned sideways, so I'm easing into it, but for sure, it's responsive steering with that big rudder back there. Speed range data there. The interesting thing is my top end speed of 5.8 was only using about 380 watts. And when a Torqeedo motor refuses to use the full, in this case 400 watts, it's because the motor senses, hey, there's no other reason to dump more power. There's no good reason to put 400 watts when 380 is all it's going to benefit from. So what that means is this particular hull has maxed out this motor's performance. Absolutely. So, you know, any nothing. There's just nothing slowing it down at all. This is all purely based on the, you know, we're gonna have to jump up in power of the motor to get more speed, because this hull is, you know, there's nothing that's limiting about this hull. This hull is wide open. Should we try the 1103?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, we got the 1103 on there. I was telling the guys, yeah, I may eat it on this one. It's if everything isn't perfect, it could be that I make use of my dry suit. We'll see. Good practice. Back and see what's happening. What I'm guessing what happens is that the motor mount, because it's so narrow at the back and it squats, I bet you that whole motor mount is being wrapped around by water. I bet it's digging in, and that's creating some resistance. This is a 7.2 mile per hour boat with the 1103 only because that motor mount is dragging. I think if we got it higher, yeah, it would do it. But boats like the Thresher 155 or the Attack 140 are, you know, 7.4, 7.6 mile an hour because they have the volume at the back and they are long and they release the water cleanly. So it's a little bit of what's going on here. I'm gonna head out there and get the full set of speed and range data with the 1103 on this Revolution 16. We'll see what that looks like. I bet its low end speeds, like its 3 mile an hour range, is just phenomenal. Good trolling speed for Striper. Is that channel out there deeper than where I've been running it right here?
Yeah.
That's the difference. I got to 7.4 mile an hour,
nice.
Whereas I only got 7.2 here. Deeper water does make a difference. I don't understand the physics of it, but these motors, any motor, really runs faster in deep water, and that made the difference between, you know, the 7.2 I originally got, and I did get to 7.4 mile an hour.
Wow.
So
yeah, deepest point out here is probably 3.5 feet, 4 feet,
yeah,
maybe.
That made a difference. 2.2 mile an hour difference.
Wow.
But yeah, I'm happy with it. I got some feedback on the rigging, you know, in terms of the handle. I would add some padding to it. I would also look at it in terms of turning radius from like maybe there to there as your 180 degree turn. It turns well in one direction but not the other. I know you're just tweaking this for your customer, but yeah, I mean it's gonna work really well for the customer once you make those few little tweaks, those little adjustments. But let's take a look at the I'm gonna jot down the speed and range numbers that I figured out. I'll just put it on a clipboard. We're gonna compare the two of them, the 403 and the 1103. and look at the differences. But really cool rig. Nice job rigging it, Ted.
Thank you for the feedback. I appreciate it.
Yep. Ted, you rock for reading that.
Thanks, Jeff. I appreciate it.
Very
Thanks for
cool
the feedback.
setup. And if people want to get in touch to get their boat rigged,
Three Bells Outfitters, threebellsoutfitters.com, and we have our store here in Connecticut. So,
cool. Appreciate it, man.
of course, thank you.